Hi, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay. So let's see here. We are crowned with the King of Swords reverse. This is us. Okay. So we are represented by the swords in the minor arcana. And here with the King of Swords reverse, we're not seeing our own power. We can have very negative self talk. So do be mindful about this during this time. And there can be some sense of intensity to us. We can be very logical. We can want things to be very logical, follow a very certain sequence. So be aware of this during this time that we can be just very, very rigid. Okay, there's a rigidity coming forward. It moves us then to the sun. I love it. The sun in the upright position, happiest card in the whole entire tarot. We are shining. We are brilliant. There's a power. There's a purpose. There's a brilliance to us that's coming through. And that is going to really set us apart. That's going to move us in a direction that we just didn't realize it could. So here the sun is coming forward, Aquarius, meaning happy days. Happy days. It moves us then to the King of Swords. Interesting. So we are really embracing our sacred masculine energy. Have no problem with that, really. Our sacred feminine energy, we're going to see as a little bit more intense, a little bit more like, can I embrace this? Do I have this? Do I know my worth in this? So doing the sacred feminine, sacred masculine meditation can be very, very beneficial to us. So the sacred meditation is take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and chant sacred masculine, sacred masculine, sacred masculine. See what comes forward. Do you feel secure? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel like your voice matters? Now, do sacred feminine, sacred feminine, sacred feminine. Do you feel empowered? Do you feel like your voice matters? Do you feel like you can move forward in this energy? What comes forward? Now, I know we just did the positive things in each of them. Do we feel overwhelmed? Do we feel overshadowed? Do we feel neglected? Do we feel, protected? What is going on here? And it's going to be very important to see that within ourselves because there's a soulmate connection, true love connection coming forward that, you know, might be like ships in the night right now. We're not seeing, but then somebody will say something as time goes on. It's like, oh my gosh, you were there too. Oh my gosh, you lived there. That type of thing. So that is going to be beautiful, but it can be a little bit challenging right now. So do be mindful about this. Oh, I said queen. Goodness, I said queen because this is obviously a queen. But what does it say at the bottom? King. You have two kings of swords. Never had this happen before. I love it. I love something new with the tarot. King of swords, king of swords. One in the upright position, one in the reverse position. Yes, do the meditation that we just went through, connect with that energy. But there's something here with the King of Swords. When it's crowning us, do we feel like we have the right to be listened to? Do we feel like you should listen to our voice or we should listen to our voice without having all the facts there? And there's going to be something that's innate that's kind of moving over us that is like, well, you could be wrong. You're not 100%. Like, what's going on here type of thing. But there's also going to be this confidence, this assurity, this determination to us. We can also have really negative self-talk. So do beware of this during this time as well. And yet we can also have really positive self-talk. So we are seesawing back and forth. We are seeing ourselves so intensely and with a huge amount of duality during this time. It brings us then to the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. We are going to see that, Aquarius, we have been through the ringer. We have had doubts and fears and people kind of attack us. And it's just been that way. It could be over 10 years. It can be over the count of 10, 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years. But there is something here where it is just overwhelming. And we can be a little bit intense with this during this time. So do be mindful about it. We can, kind of blow things out of proportion, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it's not 10 people putting, 10 hairpins into our hair. It is a body laying prostrate on the ground with 10 swords in it. It's overkill. You're probably gone, like, 2 swords in you is not a good thing. 1 sword in you, heck, is not a good thing. So just beware of this during this time. We can have a tendency to kind of like blow things up a little bit within ourselves or within things, but we are also rising. And as we are rising, we have to see that there's a wealth of knowledge within us, because those swords, back in the day, a sword made or break or broke a person, right? If you were given a sword on a battlefield, or if you had a sword, that was a sign of power. Only nobles were allowed to carry swords. Yes, peasants were allowed to carry them in certain circumstances, of course, but it was a sign of nobility and it was a sign of skill. We have that nobility and that skill. We're doubting it right now. So just being aware of that is going to be super, super, super important. We then have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, pain, and disappointment. Okay? The Three of Swords is a real sense of like, well, I can't, right? I need to hide in the corner type of deal. But with that Three of Swords reversed, it's like, no, I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not denying myself. I'm not being held back. I am going to move forward in the power that is me. And the heartbreak, I'm living through it, right? I'm going to keep on going. And there's a fierceness to us that is really quite extraordinary. The Wheel of Fortune, we're entering into a new world, a new realm, a new season of being. The Wheel of Fortune comes into play, and it's a new day. It is a new day. It brings us to the Queen of Wands reverse. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So here, Aquarius, we can be doubting our fire and our magic. And that's going to be a huge part of us. Just a sense of insecurity, a sense of doubt, a sense of I can't because I don't have it all figured out. And here's a secret. Nobody has it all figured out. You can, because you really are quite extraordinary. And it's seeing that within ourselves during this time that's going to be really important. That's going to kick the negativity to the curb and have us embracing ourselves in a way that we didn't think that we could. But also having us connect with the sacred masculine energy that is us, that sometimes we will feel very, very comfortable with, and sometimes we will not. And so seeing ourselves at this point of healing and transforming is going to be a very big thing, and it's going to be a very powerful thing. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rose in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is clarity reverse. Everything is not going to be as clear as we want it to be. And do we understand why? Yeah, of course we do. We have the King of Swords reversed here, the King of Swords in the upright position here. We're doubting ourselves. We're questioning things. We're going deeper. We're looking at things from different angles. So being aware of that is going to be important. And, just knowing that we're not going to see things as clearly as we want them to. We want things to be rather black and white, and Spirit is saying, oh no, all the gray is coming forward. So just be aware, which makes a beautiful picture, right? You can't have shading if you don't have gray, but it's going to make things a little bit more difficult at first. So let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is balance. This is the root chakra. So our root chakra is it's out of balance, right? We have a blockage in our root chakra, and we're going to need balance within us. We're going to need to look at things during this time and say, okay, where's my balance? Like, where's my harmony? Where do I need to heal? What is overwhelming me? Because when we feel out of balance, especially as an air sign energy, we lose our focus. And when we lose our focus, it feels a bit overwhelming. So just being aware of this, harmonizing ourselves, balancing ourselves, knowing that we need to kind of quiet our world, especially our fast pace, our, holding, a supercomputer in our hand world type of thing. We need to quiet our world and step into ourselves. And that's going to be very important and very, very powerfully beautiful. It moves us then to our energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. This is the Five of Pentacles, and this is a sense of I'm not worthy. This is a poverty mentality coming forward. I don't get to have prosperity, success, bounty, abundance because And this is going to be a time where we can just kind of be blindsided by it. We can think, oh, well, I totally worked through that. And then the old thought patterns can come through, or, the sense of, oh, okay, I can be financially secure, but I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting for everything to fall apart like it always falls apart. And Spirit is saying here, if you become a double king, right? If you become a double king with the sun shining on you, you are absolutely unstoppable. And this is going to be a time, Aquarius, where you can achieve the greatest of things, but you can also say to yourself, oh no, I'm not worthy of it. Now, this isn't saying that if things go poorly, or if something doesn't go through, that it's absolutely your fault and you're to blame. No, it's not. What Spirit is saying here is that you're going to find yourself rising out of a place of doubt and fear, out of a place of being completely overwhelmed, feeling taken advantage of, and you're finding your voice and you are healing. This center right here with the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords is so important. You are healing in the most profound way. And as you heal, you find your voice. As you heal, you connect with your power, and you're going to start to see that you were forged, that you have been going through hardships and pains and disappointments in this world because you are forged in a way that you couldn't imagine you could be, in a way that brings forward power and love and distinction to you. But you doubt yourself, and you can have negative self-talk, and you can talk yourself out of embracing who you are and your gifts and your beauty, and letting yourself shine, and letting yourself be 100% you. Like, it doesn't mean that, all of a sudden you're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything's going to be easy. It means that once we go through, our crucible of self, our crucible of soul, once we start to heal, there can be a calmness that comes over us. There can be a sense of like, oh, but this is me. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be flashy. It's just calm, it's steady, and it's beautiful. I highly suggest taking your knuckles, right, and tapping on the top of your head. Right, I don't know, pretend there's a line going down your head and tap on either side of your head. And do that for the count of 9. You do that for multiples of 9, and just very, very gently do that. And that's to help stimulate ourselves, calm ourselves down from the overstimulation of the world. It's very beautiful. I love it. You can also run your fingers through your scalp, kind of like massaging yourself. Do that multiples of 9. That's also very beneficial. Let yourself shine. Let your magic come forward. Let yourself be you, and let your happiness in. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make anybody else happy. It doesn't matter if, people don't get it. It's your happiness. As long as you come from a place of love, kindness, and respect, let yourself shine. The King of Swords knows his worth. The King of Swords is fierce, the most masculine of the kings. And so here we take our mantle of the King of Swords, but here we doubt it. So it's like we take it and we put it down at the exact same time. So this can be a frustrating time period for us because we move forward, and then we feel like we dropped the ball. And just being aware of that, just being aware of that blockage is going to be a very empowering thing. Because it's like, okay, I can see where I'm getting overwhelmed. I can see where I'm pulling away. Because air sign energy, we pull away. Okay, we overthink it. We overanalyze it. It's like, I can't do this until it's perfect. Take perfect off the table. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be good enough for you. It just has to be good enough. Like, close enough is good enough. Let's move on. With the 10 of Swords, you're rising out of a difficult situation. You're finding your voice. You're embracing yourself. And you're healing. You're healing from a decade of doubts and fears and negativities, hurts, pains, and disappointments. You're healing also from heartbreak and pain and doubt. And you're entering into a new world. But you're doubting your magic. You're doubting, okay, can I move things forward? If you have fire sign energy in your chart, if you have fire sign energy in your life, the temper might be taking over the best of you, right? There can be the sense with the Queen of Wands where I'm not seeing my magic, I'm not seeing my passion, but I'm being bullied by this person who has a bigger view, or who is more persuasive, whose fire is burning brighter. You have the sun right here, right next to you. You're burning bright as the sun. You don't need any brighter than that. So it is time to see you, and to step forward and say, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I want. That's it. And know that one of the greatest challenges during this time is not to let the fear of doing extraordinary things hold you back, or the fear that it might all fall apart hold you back. because it might all just succeed. Our subconscious spirit message is radiant. We're afraid to shine. And we are. We were just talking about that, right? Our subconscious chakra message is the third eye chakra reversed. And this is psychic development. You need to develop psychically, spiritually, empathically. And there's a blockage here. It's like, no, I don't think so. And that can also be why we're overwhelmed. Air sign energy, you feel things, you sense things, you think about things. It's like water sign energy, very emotion based, right? Fire sign energy, earth sign energy, very kind of much more in the present, logic based. Even though air, yes, it's also logic, but we can use that to talk ourselves out of the intuitive feeling of it all, the intuitive connection of it. And so here with psychic development reversed, we're blocking ourselves from connecting intuitively with the world around us and with our own intuitive power. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of, and this is the Two of Cups reversed. This is healing, beautiful love. We need to be mindful that we could be going through a hard time in relationships, but it's also a sense of we could be afraid of like fully connecting to the healing, beautiful love that's coming forward in a relationship, in a friendship, in just ourselves, in finding that balance within us. Because, the double Kings of Swords is twin energy, right? It's that passion, that beauty moving us forward. Now, yes, it can also be a relationship energy. Absolutely. Soulmate connection, true love connection. But I see it more here as a duality of ourselves. Like we look into the mirror and sometimes we look into the mirror, we see greatness. And sometimes we look into the mirror and think, how can this fool get out of bed? You're not a fool. You are extraordinary. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Fool, which was what we just said. You're not a fool. But the Fool reverse is that we think ourselves a fool. We think it foolish. To start on our path, to go after what we want, it's foolish. It's not. It's brave. And remember, every single hero's journey first starts with being considered a fool, with people laughing and mocking and saying, how could you possibly do this? You can do it because you are extraordinary. All right. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.